All right, so I wanted to say this really quick. Y'all, excuse my shirt, mom life. I got a unwell baby right here. Just been wiping her snot all over my shirt today. That's what I'm here for. But this realization, right, that it's time for you to lead. And I'm sharing this. These are the, what I got for myself. But I'm sharing it because it may be something for you. But it's time for you to lead. It's time for you to lead yourself. Like, allow God to lead you and then be a leader. Like, accept, open yourself up, and receive being a leader and receive the influence that God has given you, right? But if you are like me and you have lived many years of following, maybe because you always felt like when you tried to lead or put yourself in a position of authority at any given time of your life, you were always put down, or whatever you had to say didn't seem like it mattered, or people never understood you, or just couldn't seem to understand you and who you are. So it's like you knew who you were, you knew what you were supposed to be doing, you knew like how your life was supposed to be going, but because of the fact that people got in the way, she's saying, hey, because people got in the way, you allow people to get in the way, and because of wanting to be approved of and validated and accepted, you don't want to be rejected. Just so dependent upon people and what they had to say, the opinions of man, you stepped back. You never stepped into that leadership role. You never stepped into, influence, and knowing that that's where you were supposed to be. You knew that you probably weren't supposed to be following nobody. And so throughout the years, you find yourself making decisions based upon feeling inferior, like dealing with inferiority. That's the word I was looking for. Dealing with inferiority. And you didn't feel confident. You didn't feel bold enough to step up and just lead yourself. Like, be in the light and shine. Like, you just felt like you were just worthy of being in somebody else's limelight and shining through someone else's, light, and that's where you felt like you were. But it's time for you to step up and lead. It's time for you to receive the influence, accept the influence, and don't be scared of it. Listen, I hear Tiffany Montgomery say all the time, you can't do it afraid. There's no such thing as doing it afraid or feeling the fear and doing it anyway. No. Like, the spirit of fear is a lie, and we need to find the root of it all and get rid of that root ASAP, because just open yourself up to receive the influence, the glory. The scripture that's been in my mind is and it's amazing because I've been hearing it everywhere this week. But it says, like, the Lord is a firewall, bless you, around me, and glory in the midst. And I am the apple of his eye. You are the apple of his eye. Listen, you need to take that scripture and run with it, okay? And accept that. Like, if there's a fire, like a wall of protection around you, surrounding you, and God is the glory in the midst of you, like, how bright is that? How bright does that shine? So it's time for you to stop being in the shadows and being standing in the limelight of people and all of this stuff. It's time for you to lead. Step up, accept, receive the influence. Um, there was one more thing that I wanted to say. Um, because this too is that I used to make decisions based upon, like, I would go look for people to follow, right? But it would be in a sense of like they were doing what I wanted to do, so let me So let me join them and they'll give me the blueprint so I can do exactly what they're doing, right? No, we're not meant to copy nobody. We're not meant to be copycats. We're not meant to get in a group with someone and do exactly what they're doing. No. Y'all, I used to join groups and communities and businesses just because I wanted to just feel like I belonged. And I'm like, Crystal girl, you do belong. And you better create that path. You better walk that path that God has made clear for you, and you better lead the way and the people will come. No more jumping into groups and communities of people so you can feel like you belong. It's time for you to create that community. It's time for you to lead the way. It's time for you to be the influence of people and not people influencing you anymore. Okay? So that's my words. It was something that I got, and I was like, let me share this because this gonna bless somebody. All right. So let me go tend back to my baby here. Back to being mom.